Today we're making black pepper steak, and it is going to be so damn good. I love black pepper steak, and I've made it before on this channel, but this time I'm making it a little bit different. But I gotta say, both times they've come out so damn awesome. So go ahead and stay tuned. All right, so for today, I'm gonna be making black pepper steak. I have made this before. Last year I made it. It came out really awesome. I tried a different way of doing it this time, adding ingredients at different times of the recipe, just to see how it comes out. And honestly, you'll see at the end. But this one is damn good. So without further ado, people, let's make this shit. Stay tuned. Okay, so we have the prep work to do, so I'm going to go ahead and slice up an onion. I'm going to slice it in half, and then I'm going to make long, nice slices here. Yeah, definitely get rid of the heel. Then I'm going to take 2 to 3, you can do 4 bell peppers. I've got red and green here that I'm using in the mix, and this is just the most annoying way to cut it, but they say this is the way to cut it, and it does work really well. But just going to go ahead and slice it down real quick here into nice long strips, and I'm going to do the same with the green one as well. Then we're going to take garlic. I like a lot of garlic in this. As you can tell, that's a lot. That's like 10, 11, 12. We're going to go ahead and take off the woody bits at the end. And then we're just going to go ahead and give them a nice slice. So we're just going to slice through them in nice, big, chunky pieces. Then we're going to go ahead and grate a knob of ginger. So the thing with ginger is put in as much as you want. I don't put in a lot. My wife isn't really huge on ginger, but a teaspoon, tablespoon should suffice. Then we've got a nice steak here. So this is a nice skirt steak here. And I'm going to go ahead and cut it into long strips. But as you can see, that's not something very malleable. So we're going to go ahead and cut it down again. So we're going to make it down to fourths. And then against the grain, we're going to go ahead and cut down this flank steak here, and we're going to velvet it in just a second. The velveting process helps tenderize it. But first we're going to give it a heavy amount of black pepper. So I would say 4 tablespoons of black pepper should be fine. Then we're going to go ahead and come through with a little bit of oyster sauce. I would say about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. It's really good. It's just like barbecue sauce in a way. Trust me on that. And then just a little bit of some soy sauce. I would say a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons. Then I'm going to go ahead and add in the next ingredient, which is going to be some cornstarch. So with the cornstarch, I'm going to start off with a tablespoon. Don't go too heavy on it. You can go to 2 tablespoons. That's fine. But give it a nice mix and set it aside for at least 15 to 20 minutes. You can put it in your fridge and let that tenderize a little bit. Next up, we're going to move to the sauce. So for the sauce, I'm going to go ahead and put a bunch of soy sauce into a bowl. So we're using about a quarter, half a cup of soy sauce here. I'm using a lot. And then I'm going to add in some hoisin. For hoisin, I'm using about 1 to 2 tablespoons. And then the same for some oyster sauce as well. Now, we're going to have to come through with a lot of black pepper. Yes, this is black pepper steak. So maybe another 2 to 3 tablespoons max of some freshly ground black pepper. And we're going to give this a really nice mix. You can add some chili garlic to it. That would be really awesome. Some chili crisp would work really well. But go ahead and give this all a nice mix before we start searing up our steak. All right, so I got a wok here. I'm going to add some avocado oil into it. I like to do it out the outside rim and then just kind of let it drizzle down into there. So quite a bit of oil. And then I'm going to start searing up the steak. And you want to do this in batches. So sear it on all sides, set it aside because we're going to start working the sauce and the veggies in here as well in just a little while. Now into that same wok, which is sizzling, I'm going to go ahead and drop in onions, bell peppers, and I added some sliced Fresno chilies as well to give it a little bit of spice. And we're just going to basically sweat these down. You can saute them, you can fry them up if you want, but I just want to sweat them down real good. Then add in the beef. Now, I do that with the veggies because I still like a little bit of crunch with this dish. Just a little bit, but it does tenderize along the way anyways once we start introducing the sauce. Then I'm going to go ahead and make a nice little well there. And so in there, I'm going to go ahead and start dropping in my garlic around and down in the middle and give this a nice mix so that I can try to get as much into the wok as possible. Then we're going to drop in our sauce. Now, this is all heating up. This is about a medium heat. We're going to let this simmer in the sauce, and you want to add a cornstarch slurry. So that's 1 part cornstarch, so 1 part water. Be very careful with it. Do it very slowly because once you add a little bit of it, you want to wait a little while because that heat will help it thicken up along the way. Oh, crap, I forgot. We're going to have to add in some stock here. So you can add in some beef stock, chicken stock if you want to. Just add a little bit. It'll help it move along the way. Give it nice, make it really nice and saucy if you want it more saucy. If you don't, then just don't add it, right? But then after that, that's when we're going to start adding in the cornstarch slurry and start thickening this up. That's the whole goal here is to get it nice and thick. And again, 1 part cornstarch, 1 part water. Do it slowly. All right, and as you saw, I added extra black pepper just because I felt like it needed it anyways. I tasted it and I was like, I want some more black pepper. But there we are, people. This is so damn good. So we're going to move into the plating. So into a bed of rice, we're going to go ahead and drop this in and we're going to eat this. Okay, and we are all done with this recipe. It looks so damn good, honestly. Here it is. This is super easy to make. If you don't want the bell peppers to be more tender, you can add them in later on. Perfectly fine. Doesn't really matter to me, but if you want that crunch, that texture, go for it. Honestly, we'll see if this really changes much from the last one I made. All right, here we go. Super damn good. Honestly, it's the same. I've made this many times before. It doesn't really taste different. If anything, I would like more black pepper, but that's perfectly fine. But this is so damn good. I'm going to eat this. And yeah, I would love to hear in the comments below any recipes you'd like me to make, what you think of this one. If you have made it, please let me know. Support the channel, like, subscribe, comment. Channel's doing well. Thank you so much for my current subscribers for supporting me, and let's keep going. But I'm going to eat this, and yeah, cheers. I'm out.